Then a lot of people already ask me, say, "Oh, Gabriel, you think victory over Rashad Evans will bring you to UFC?" I said, "I don't want to go there. Who said I want to go there?
Mm-hmm.
You know, hey, if UFC is gonna treat me well, why I'm gonna look for another company? There is no reason for."
All right, Gabriel, you signed a deal with Eagle FC. You know, this big fight coming up. How did you sign this deal? How did you get this fight with Rashad Evans put together?
Well, I start seeing about Eagle FC, uh, like right after my fight. I had a fight back in, I think, end of October,
Mhm.
and then, here we go, better hear the camera. And then I saw, right after, they're announcing Eagle here in United States and blah, blah, blah. And I saw, the headlines talk about Rashad Evans, but they never said, like, his opponent. Uh, and I was like, I just had had a fight, and I was like, oh man, like I feel good. I wanna. I almost fought back to back. As soon as I came back to Las Vegas, and there was what I fought on Friday. Yes, Sunday night. I had the opportunity to they was gonna have an event in Utah, and the main event had had canceled. I was like, okay, let's go. Let me fight again. I'm feel good. I finished the fight in like 2.5 minutes, and then 2 days after they said, oh no, Gabriel, Utah is not allowed, any last minute replacement, and then it didn't happen. I was like, I want to get another fight. So, anyways, I started seeing that Eagle FC was announcing, and the show, and I was like, man, I want to fight. I was like, you know what? Rashad doesn't have opponent. I'm gonna volunteer to be his opponent. I was like, they probably working, on the back end, opponent. But anyways, I'm putting my name there and see what happened, right? Yeah, and then I called Lee and I was like, hey, Ali, I don't know who is Rashad opponent, but if you guys don't have it, I'm here, I'm available, I want to fight. And then a couple days after, I'll say, I don't remember right now when I signed. It was a little bit close to Christmas.
Mhm.
Uh, they sent me the contract, and here I am.
Easy, right?
They work it out the way I planned.
Yeah, exactly, exactly. Perfect, man. And yeah, Rashad, he's 42. He hasn't been fighting for a couple of years. He's coming back, out of retirement. What do you think of him as a fighter?
Uh, I don't I can't say too much about my opponents. Usually everybody whenever everyone asks me about how do I feel about fighting a legend. I'm like, look, I always prepare as my opponent is gonna be the best in the world. I'm fighting the best of the best, and that's how I always train, how I always prepare to a fight. It doesn't matter who is gonna be there. I always try to be a better version of myself,
Mhm.
and that's why this time, since it was like I can say like the biggest fight of my career, until now. I decided to bring a teammate back from shoot boxing Brazil
Mhm.
that is here with me, and bring back my mentality, the old school mentality of shoot box, and be the lion, very aggressive inside the cage where nobody can stop.
Definitely, definitely. Well, you always had that shoot box mentality, even in your last fight. You know, what I mean, even in your approach, your how you march forward and go for the knockout. Go for the finish. So, what has changed in your mind? You know, what I mean, is it because of you're fighting a legend like Rashad?
Again, I felt, since I moved to United States, I was more, uh, how can I say, what's going to be the best word to express? not that aggressive anymore. A little bit more passive. And just being 80 years already that I moved to United States, and I was like, no, I gotta bring back that old Gabriel, that old dog that will be inside the cage, different, and you guys gonna see me. It will be a totally different Gabriel, uh, very close to how I used to be when I start fighting, Uh, but the mentality really never changed about like marching forward and it's two things: kill or be killed. There is no place for a second place in my mind. You got to be the first one.
All right. And Rashad, the style of fighting that he brings, what excites you about it?
Uh, I guarantee you won't go to a decision.
Mm,
He's a fighter that I don't know, like maybe 80% of his fights was decision, or maybe even more. But this fight won't go to decision. Or he's gonna kill me, or I'm gonna kill him. It won't be any other way different.
all right. Your last fight, it was very entertaining. MMA 3. You talked about it earlier a little bit. Takedown, top pressure, lots of elbows, lots of punches. You move to mount. He gives up the back. You knock him out, right? Did you expect such a quick finish?
Yes, I visualized that.
Hmm.
I visualized that, and I was preparing myself for that. You know, uh, I knew once I get on top, uh, it won't be anyone that can get out at the bottom. That's how I am. That's what I train. Everybody knows I come from a jiu-jitsu background. Uh, I can guarantee one thing: if I get on top of Rashad, the only way he will get out is when the referee pull me out of him.
All right. Your training camp, it's in Las Vegas at your gym, Zangief Jiu-Jitsu. It's very well known now. You mentioned you brought somebody from Shootbox Brazil to help you. Who else is helping you?
Uh, I have I go spar at Extreme Couture, but my main camp it's being done at my gym. I have a lot of good and high level grapplers, at my gym that they can wrestle, they can grapple, and yeah, I'm doing all with my family, my students. They all help me to get better. Uh, and I have right now, Charles Oliveira, one of his main corners, coach and train partners here with me. And again, we're gonna shock the world. Remember, Oliveira was always the underdog, and everybody, every fight he was going into, everybody was never, believing what he can do it. And again, we're gonna shock the world.
Yeah, Oliveira, he's been shocking the world for a long time, for a long time now. You know what I mean? You probably feel that energy, right? You feel that energy from his victories.
Oh,
He's part of the team.
100%, his energy, and as I tell everybody, his faith, in God, it's out of the moon. You can feel that energy coming out of him, out of his body, you know, and that energy that I want to bring to my fans, so that way they can feel the same energy that I feel from him.
And your team, you're preparing for, like you said earlier, the biggest fight, the biggest name of your career. So that energy, also everybody's so hyped, right? That you're getting this opportunity. It must make you feel like you've reached a certain like level of your career, right?
As I always tell everyone, I really believe in God. I really believe on what He has for me. Sometimes you don't understand what you go through. Sometimes you think you are going back, but it's just to get more impulse, to go further forward. And I think he's just been preparing that for me. You know, it didn't happen overnight. It was a lot of things that I had to go through, and now he said, Gabriel, right now I'm giving you a little bit of your time. and more things are gonna come for sure. I know this is just the beginning what he's preparing for me. So you just gotta accept.
Do you see a long future for yourself with Eagle FC, or is this just one fight and you're gonna move on and find the best opportunities for yourself?
No, no, I really see Eagle FC coming to stay. You know, they're just new in United States, but they had already 43 shows in Russia, right? They're coming to stay. And we gotta break down that monopoly that UFC has nowadays. Uh, and I hope not just Eagle, but more event comes, more opportunity comes for all the fighters, and fighters stop being scared, of UFC, and they, nowadays we have already some fighters already speaking out, and say, look, you guys got to take care of me, it's not just about you guys, and with more opportunities, I think that's gonna help for. It's gonna be a big help for the whole community of MMA, for all the fighters. Where they're gonna be able to choose. You know what? Like UFC not doing well for me. They're not attending what I need. You know what? I have other companies to look for. I have talent, and it's not just about this company here. Where some people they like are scary, or they just dream with one thing. Oh, I need to be in UFC, and I'm like, no, a lot of things that you can, another options. Be
Mhm.
have options in your plate, and then it's gonna be good for everyone.
Yeah, do you see that a lot with young fighters that they're too obsessed with the UFC, which might
Oh,
not be the best option?
yes, 100%. And a lot of people already ask me, say, "Oh, Gabriel, you think victory over Rashad Evans will bring you to UFC?" I said, "I don't want to go there. Who said I want to go there?
Mhm.
You know, hey, if UFC is gonna treat me well, why I'm gonna look for another company? There is no reason for."
Definitely, definitely, you're right. And one last thing, Gabriel, Eagle FC, when they signed Kevin Lee, right? Kevin Lee said that he's going to be paid in crypto. Did they ever offer you crypto for your fight purse? And would you like to be paid in crypto, maybe?
Yeah, that was a good question. Someone asked me a couple days ago. Look, I have no knowledge on that. Okay, I know this is something new. A lot of people nowadays they're into that, so I don't have knowledge. I cannot say this is good for me or this is not good for me
Mhm.
because I have zero knowledge on that. So at the moment, it's not good for me because I don't understand. I don't have it. I never explored. So at the moment, it's not good for me. Maybe this is really good, but I don't know. I don't have time right now to stop everything that I'm doing to go stud. Because I think everything in life, if you don't have the knowledge, is not good for you. So you gotta have knowledge, right? To say, hey, this is really good for me. This is not good for me. So I don't have knowledge. I don't know about it. So at the moment, it's not good for me. It's not interest for me, just because I'm not into.
All right, fair enough. January 28th, man, Eagle FC 44, you make your debut for the promotion against Rashad Evans. I'm excited for you for this fight because I think it's a crazy matchup, and like you said, it's not going to go to the judges.
No, it's not. I guarantee. I can guarantee 100% to the fans that it won't go to the judges for sure.